So I was right.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm good at predicting the markets, but I cannot predict what time you're watching this. So, welcome everybody to the Thanksgiving week, the traditional Thanksgiving week of lower volatility and semi-quiet as you go into the shortest trading session of the year, which is coming the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. This being the 10th year of running this service. No, I do not have any Black Friday sales. If you are that fucking cheap, I suggest you go line up and go to Walmart or try and be online on Amazon prior to the sales taking place and be able to fulfill your discounted dreams. If all you can think about is saving and not growing, you will not be able to enjoy the November to remember I promised you at the very beginning of the month. So, a little bit of an update here. This week, I'm gone. Like I said, Typhoon one fucked us up. Really did fuck us up. I mean, here, the entire zone region fucking leveled. Not to this obviously glorified image that the media used, but there were certain places that got this sort of leveling. What we did actually, we had 5 days, 6 days, 5 days. 5 days of cleanup with 8 workers and 5 of us on the property cleaning. 7 of us on the property cleaning up. So it's 15 people doing cleanup for 6 days. Then we got into the restoration program this week. And as you hear, I am online. As you've seen in the chat room, I am online. Power was restored middle of portion of the week. Internet was restored immediately after that, and away we go. So anyway, I am leaving. I promised I would be leaving just in case we didn't have power and internet back, because it did look like it was going to be a little while. But as well, going back to Angeles for the weekend here, I need to meet with Pogi. I have a meeting set up with him on Wednesday. Because I am going to be in Angeles, I'm going to be eating my fucking ass off, because some of my favorite meals from different parts of the world, I can get all there in Angeles City. So very much looking forward to that. And once again, like I said, I promised you a November to remember, and here you go. Because as devastating as it may appear, the month of November is down 4.06%. So those of you who are in the red November trade, which will be expiring on November 28th, rest assured, if you have not already taken an abundance of credit, you will be getting full credit of 150% on your credit spread. 4.06% down for the month. However, with that ending of October being down 5 points for the week, that was, not to reuse the same word, but that was a very, very weak red weekly candle. So call it what it is. 4 red weeks in a row, realistically 3, which you can see on the QQQ. However, during the month of November, you have 8 green closes, 7 red closes. So again, like I've shared, keeping up with the stats, 129 green closes on the year, 95 red closes, 61.72% of the time this year, the market has closed green. 45.45%, the market has closed red on the day, and yet you are up 11.85% year to date. So For those of you that don't understand the trading of credit spreads and the bearish trade that may be on despite the market moving up, you need to realize this is a video game. There is nothing real whatsoever about the stock market. Nothing. And if you aren't prepared to play the video game the way it's intended to be played, then your emotional decisions of, well, I don't really like this, it doesn't feel good. Unfortunately for you in the United States, you don't carry around paper currency. Everything you do is digital. But I recommend the next time that you have any kind of paper currency, a 20, a 50, a $100 bill, put it on the table and look at its emotional reaction to you. It doesn't have one. So you shouldn't have one to your money either, because you trade the trade. And as I shared for you over here on the spreads, Typhoon who won, 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 Typhoon who won. 6 days, I'm out. I'm power out. Yet I'm still giving you fucking winners. Bang, 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 bang. Power should have fucking stayed off. Because I failed over here on Tuesday with a $4 credit on the put credit spread, looking for upside that we did not get. And then I failed looking at this possibly being a green week, which I gave to you on Wednesday. And then we spike up to 67.70. So the trade is green. There's no question, because I watched it. I looked at it with my own eyes and saw it was down to $1. But we didn't end the week above 67.13.61. We got another red week. However, spread by spread by spread, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 minus 1% or better days, 4 plus 1% or better days, minus 1% day, plus 1% day. It's a video game. It will always be a video game. One contract. You're up $3,625. You're minus $300. The math works out to be up $3,300 per contract on the month. You're doing 10 contracts. You're doing 50 contracts. You're doing 100 contracts. You're doing 5 contracts. The money doesn't give a shit how many contracts you're doing. The percentages are always going to work out. Like I shared there in October, 23 wins, 7 losses. The first 100 days going into May 30th, 112 wins, 16 losses. June was rough, 12-5. I was only good for 70%. But January to September, it's an 81.53% win ratio, and I've got to factor in now the month of November, which as of right now, I haven't run the numbers, but I got 2 fucking losses going into a guaranteed win, which is the end of the month. So put your emotions, onto your tampon and pull it out and throw it in the fucking garbage where it belongs. I'll put you back here. The moons, new moons, boop, new moon, right there, done, which will bring me back over here to the Fibonacci spiral. Slippage of 2, because 80% chance, like I shared you on Wednesday, that the bottom is in. 80% chance the bottom is in, as we came to precisely minus 5% there on Tuesday. And then you got your Bitcoin margin calls on Thursday, which, hey, Bitcoin margin calls, not you're going to do like I shared for you and like I showed for you, and that's why you have big, wide, multiple monitors, 55-inch TVs or bigger, so you can put everything onto your screen and be able to see everything. The little dip yesterday down there to 65.21.92, insignificant, didn't matter, because as we shared, we're going to be looking at getting a plus 1% day, and you got your plus 1% day. getting above 6,600, and that's why the 65.80, 65.75 put credit spread from Thursday, $3.50. It's only a 233% win. So QQQ. 1, 2, 3. 3. Officially 3 red weeks after 7 consecutive green months in a row. Came right down to 580. Total drop, 8.83%. Absolutely perfect for what we've been looking for multiple months. Perfect. IWM, 0.86 for the week. Bottom came in there, right there on Thursday. Ended the week at 235.60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Call it 3.000001 red weeks in a row, having closed this prior week down less than 1 point. IWM is usually your very first signal that, hey, something's coming, and like I've shared for you, for multiple months, something's coming. So I think we're pretty much done with that, and as I will always recommend, if you're not already following me on Twitter, X, My Options Club, go ahead, give it a look, give it a follow. And if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, My Options Club, which I've been told by the partnership which dissolved, this YouTube channel is a complete piece of shit. It's never going to work because I've fallen out of the algorithm of YouTube, so they're never going to promote my videos, and therefore we're never ever going to get new members. So cool. No reason to go forward with that because I will bring you back on to hear what I posted here on Wednesday.
75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years. 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste them. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now.
Giving out underarm softball pitch trade alerts and seeing people watch the pitch or even bunt it is making me reevaluate how this beautiful life I got to live the last 10 days with no internet is versus spending 15 hours a day trying to make people financially free. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not leaving. I am not leaving the life that I have built in order to sacrifice it and sit in front of a fucking computer monitor all day long so people can go and push buttons, when the results speak for them fucking selves.
Boom!
If those results don't speak for themselves, how about your 32 trades? I've given out 89 total trades on the year. 48 of them have gone over 100%. 6 of them have been complete failures. And I've notified of these failures. One contract, one contract, getting only your 30%. This includes taking your losses on the failures. You're up 14 grand on one contract, only one contract. Total percentage so far, 18,572%. So,
boom!
Once again, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. So let's get on with this. SPX. Started your month out there at 68.82.32. You came right back up to 68.69.91 over there on November the 12th. So if you didn't get the red monthly candle trade over here at the beginning of the month, you had more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up till right there around 3:30 in the afternoon over here on November 12th to be able to get in it again. And here you are down 5.75%, down here to 65.21.92, and the 100-day moving average. Now, again, with it being a video game, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to be able to automatically assume your 50-day moving average, which is right up here at 67.13, which is where we started this week out at, is what you're going to be attracted to. That's what you're going to be attracted to moving into Thanksgiving, into Black Friday, is your 50-day moving average, which is over here right around above 6,700. Looking at it from a wider point of view and the multiple months of discussing the wave 3 ending, looking for the wave 4, projecting the pathway of this wave 3 ending with this final wave off the August lows, August 1, from the July 31, August 1 sell-off, 267.59 minus 137.48. 420.72 minus 213.80. Now, I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Your wave 3 is longer than your wave 1. Your wave 5, wave 5, shorter than your wave 3. As you can see there, like we talked about, going through October, you have limited upside left. Limited upside left. 213.80 on your drop over here, which was the FOMC lows back in October. 137.48 on your wave 2. You notice how your wave 4 is longer than your wave 2, but does not come down and break down below your wave 1. And here's your bottom over here. So we look at this again from a bigger, broader point of view, which we've been tracking since the April lows, where after 621 days of not having a minus 20% drop since the October 2022 lows, your drop here in April was below minus 20% for 23 total minutes. 23 minutes on 2 different dates. Your drop, your wave 2, 379.71, which was why we were looking for a roughly 380 point drop into the wave 4 during the month of November, actually, because we knew that after 6 green months in a row, we were going to be getting a drop going in here into November. 429.58, slightly larger than your wave 2 drop. Standard, typical for a wave 4. So I bring you back onto here, and we'll zoom you in over here, because now when you look at your drop, your A wave down, your B wave up, your C wave down to complete your wave 4. 65.13.10 fits perfectly. We didn't get it. We only got 65.21.92. 65.81, which was why I said there is a 80% chance the bottom is in. Perfect A, B, C equals A, right at minus 5% level. And here we are, dropping below the 100-day moving average. Shake out a little bit of weak hands, right down there to 65.51 for the FOMC lows. So where do we go? Well, right now, what you would be forced into looking at, I'll have to change this, and we are going to go manual, and we are going to put it at 7,300 just so it fits on the screen. What you are going to be forced to believe, and I am not going to dispute it, is that as we go into February, we will be looking to get up into this 71.20, 71.60 area as we go into February. You still got to get through December. So don't go getting all fucking stupid, blind, bullish bullshit. Don't fucking do it. You work your way into your oversold reaction, and we know that we have December coming up where you are not getting any FOMC rate cut, which is what everybody has been rallying through the summer to get up to 69.20 on, was multiple rate cuts that would be coming December and then next year. So that's what you're going to be forced to be thinking that you are going to be getting up to, 71.20, 71.76. Sorry, 71.66. All that you want to be looking at for now is that 50-day moving average. That's it. That's the only thing you want to have your eyes on for now. It's that 50-day moving average right over there just above 6,700. Wider view, once again, same thing. And like we shared, going back, you're in this distribution box. The same distribution box we had going into the end of the year last year. Same exact distribution. Chopping around, looking at highs. So again, bringing what we've got, looking to stay in this box. 6,600, 6,900. That's the range that we're going to be expecting to be staying in, with anything above 67.38 being your big bearish warning for, as you can see clearly, your head and shoulders, with that being your next shoulder right there, 67.38. Onto your ES. Perfect. Your FOMC lows, 65.40.25. Where are your lows here? Your lows are 65.25. I mean, you can't make this any easier than what it already is. So your 50-day moving average, 67.50. That's your dedicated magnet this week. But I share with you again about being an idiot fucking blind bull. This red trend line that you're looking at will zoom out. This red trend line that you're looking at will zoom out. This red trend line that you're looking at will zoom out. This red trend line that you're looking at will zoom out. And there you go.
Don't fuck it up.
So if you seriously want to think that you want to go and expose yourself and put yourself into multiple long positions that you're going to go ahead and think you're getting a fucking massive rally coming off of it,
You're a madman.
once again, don't fucking do it. You're not here. You're not here. You're up fucking here.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
So looking here at the QQQ, once again, the FOMC lows, where are our lows? It's a minus 8.83% decline, but where are our lows? Right there. And coincidentally, you did actually make contact with your 23.6 retracement going back to the April 7th lows. It's a video game. There's nothing weird about it. Over here on your VIX, you're way too fucking high. Period. You're way too high. You're going to be looking, in fact, I'll see if I can even get it. Yeah, let's see here. This is August. Here's December. So that's what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at December. Here we were coming up here into October, and we had nice volatility going into October of last year, and then we went into November and Thanksgiving, and boom, 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 all the way down here into the 12s. And then we had the FOMC meeting. Ba-bam! And if you remember, which I don't actually have it there on screen, I will... I know I got it. Where are you? Give me a sec here, because I got it. I know I got it. Where are you? That was your FOMC meeting back in December of last year. 3 hours. 6,000 puts went from $75 each to $12,490 each. FOMC meetings coming up in December this year. So again, with the VIX is due to cool down. VIX doesn't live up here in the plus 25 range. VIX doesn't live above the plus 21 range. You can see here your multiple tops coming up here. Pop above 2102, pow! 2102, pow! 2102, pow! 2102, pow! So you're going to get your chill so that everybody thinks that it's cool because, yeah, again, it's a video game. That's the way that it works. Over here on the Dow Jones, as you can see on the Dow Jones, very light decline. Did not get to the FOMC lows, even though the DIA trade for December with the 470 puts worked out almost to 100%. Good enough. You've got your bottom over here in April. You got your 1-2, your 3 top, and here we will undoubtedly be calling this the wave 4. So once again, you are due to be expected that you are going to be moving up into the 500s as we go into February. Here's your IWM. IWM, nice breakdown. However, as we came down here virtually to the 23.6 retracement, going back to the April lows, virtually, we did not break down below that 226.82, which is bullish. Wider view, bullish, but like I suggested, IWM, very first one to show off what is going to be coming. IWM already started the bounce on Friday, so as we go into the course of this week, you're going to be looking for the upside to continue. I should have maximized that. So, the big names, Google. Great play there on Google back on Thursday. Fucking excellent. With the gap up, move up, everything. But here you are, back up in the 300s, back to all-time highs, back above 300, 293.50. You see Apple? In fact, let's zoom Apple out for the month. Look at Apple. Apple is green for November. Apple's green. And this, again, is one of those things that you come over and you look at and you say, this isn't a market sell-off. It's a fucking technical dip. That's all that it is. You come over and you look at Meta. Meta was absolutely fantastic coming off of earnings. And here you did. You went red on the year a couple of times during the course of this week. Down below where you opened 2025. Down to your big 23.6 retracement to the 2022 lows. And suddenly a technical bounce. Suddenly. Tesla. Wow, look at Tesla. Big pop. Well, Tesla back down below the 2025 open, which is why I put out that alert going back, I don't know how many weeks ago, but anytime you're seeing Tesla up there above 440, put on your short hat because the bitch is coming down. And here's your month of November. Your month of November started over here in the 457s. Here you are down in 380, 390. Amazon, another one. That was an excellent trade to throw out earlier in the beginning of the month over in the chat room. But here you are, down below the Trump win from last year, down below the 2024 close, because it's all bullshit. That's where you got your Nvidia. Plus 195.22, that's my top. Well, there you go. Down here to 172, below that 177, 178 that we talked about. And now you're hanging on. You're holding on for dear life because, again, it's your distribution. You're distributing between the bulls that took their profits and the absolute fucking idiot morons that are thinking they can make money to the upside. Don't do it. So I will leave you off with the bigger, broader, wider view of a few names that I keep over on the right screen. So Oracle. I mean, we crushed Oracle. We fucking destroyed Oracle. Cisco, like I said, started watching it. I didn't see that coming on Thursday, or I would have emailed out the alert, but that was what I was looking for. I was looking for a drop down to around 76. You look here on Cisco at a bigger, broader, wider view. It's not a great ticker to trade. It's not. We need to go further than that. Here, favorites, all-time monthly. Your .com highs are here at 82. And Cisco came to mind because it was very overbought on my scanner, and I actually traded a shitload of Cisco back in 97, 98. Cisco and Citrix were the two stocks I traded consistently. CSCO, CTXS. Traded them constantly back in the late 90s. And here we are, Cisco, right up here, just touching up 82. 80 is where I would expect to be resistance and top. Well, that's what you got. So anyway, I'm watching it. Not trading it yet, but I am watching it. Monster, obliterated. Absolutely fucking obliterated. Here you are with Monster. You are coming down to the August lows of last year. You have already taken out the April lows. Get the fuck out of the fucking way of Monster. The bitch is going to zero. Walmart. We'll be watching Walmart, but I don't see a lot of meat on the bone for Walmart. And Walmart doesn't really move around too much until you get your dividends put out. Microsoft. Look at this. I mean, here you are. You're down here at 480. Look at your wider view of everything. Microsoft wants to make a commitment, but 456 is all you're going to get. You're already, okay, you are already below the July of 2024 high. You are already below it. So again, bigger, broader, wider view of things on how this all works. Once you break down below here, below this 468, which you are pressuring, that's it. However, you've already got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your A wave to the downside. You'll get your bounce back up to the 510, 520s. And then that's it. You're coming down below 400 over the course of 26, 27, moving forward. Again, core weave. Come on, man. This was one of the easiest trades I think I have ever given out. And I got into it somewhere around here in September. And then I posted again on a re-alert that, hey, 144.57 is here. Blah, 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 blah. Look, you're fucked. Sofi, Selena, I hope you ripped the absolute shit out of Sofi. Right back down to 23.68. I really hope you did. Palantir, beautiful. But where are you? Same place. The same place we have been before. Because people think, oh, Palantir, this thing, oh, definitely. Like I put over here back on our drop when we played the puts back in, July and August. You need a close below 145 for Palantir to make that commitment that it's over with. It's finished. Because, again, your bigger, broader, wider view of everything on Palantir. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. A fucking $6 stock? And then suddenly, because this asshole's all over on fucking TV, and people want to believe about, Project 2025 and a PE ratio of 1.8 is still fucking buyable. This is fucking bullshit. 145, 125, you're coming back into the below 100s as you go into next year. AMD, haven't really looked at it too much, so I can't really make too many comments. Hood, once again, having put out the alert, the 120 puts, the 100 puts. 101.89, that's the lows. And again, you're in your distribution zone. Everybody was playing around with, oh yeah, Hood's going to get in the S&P 500. Hood's going to get in the S&P 500. Hood's going to get in the S&P 500. And you kept breaking, just dipping below 100, dipping below 100. And here we are. Almost come down to 100. And I got the dogs barking behind me because they know that I'm going to be leaving and going out of town. And then again with eBay. This trade was put out, during the summer. But come on. Look at this eBay. You had a second chance with eBay. Look at this eBay. Your gap's almost filled. So anyway, I think I've wasted enough of your time. I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you enjoy everything about it. I will be doing one-on-one calls all during the course of this week while I'm down there in Angeles or up in Angeles. I got a couple of them scheduled already, but if you want to be one of them to schedule it, go ahead. No problem. I got no issues with that, and I will catch up with you guys and be in the chat room. I'm going to be setting the computer up there on Monday, so theoretically Monday I'll be online. If not, I'll at least be able to guide you with how you're going to be going green next week. 3 a.m. 12 hours to go until it actually gets here. Gonna be interesting. We're still 6 hours, 7 hours before the eye comes by. And it's just been all night. Just fucking wind. We're probably gonna lose that bamboo because it's just getting fucking shredded. But still got a few hours. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's just windy, 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 windy. It's almost identical to Hurricane Andrew 35 years ago. So, still got a few hours to go. We'll see how it is. Jim is completely drenched. Just fucking drenched. And again, still got another 5-6 hours before it gets started. But at least there's not that much debris in the pool. Oh, but you just see these trees, man. They're just getting fucking bent to hell. And we still got a few more hours to go. Yeah, baby. 6 more hours. 6 more hours until the power gets here. All the bananas are gone. Here in the front, on the other side, in the back, all gone. Still got 2.5, 3 hours until the eye gets here. Big ass piece of bamboo right there. Big piece of bamboo hanging out there. Yeah, this bitch still got about 2.5 hours before the eye gets to it. Yeah, and as expected, still got 2-3 hours to go, and the flooding has now just started. So with those French drains that we put in last year because of the floods, shouldn't have any issues, but the water needs to collect first. So here we go. All right, so we're maybe an hour away from the eye. We're completely fucked. Completely fucked. And now, it may not look terrible from your side, but I mean, like, the electric for the guest house is fucking dangling, just hanging out of the fucking midair. This flood water, there's no issue with it because it'll completely drain out into the rain or the rice fields in the back. Got no problem with that, no worries. But this wind has ripped the absolute fucking asshole out of everything here. So it's gonna be a while. Absolutely hammered. We're right at that midway point when the eye of the storm is supposed to be right on top of us right now. So theoretically another 7 to 8 hours to catch the back end of it. But this thing has ripped me to shreds. Completely ripped to shreds. And we'll only have So here's the morning after, and we haven't even left the property as of yet, but having this been my 5th category 5, whatever you want to call it over in the States, I forget what it's called, but my 5th category 5 storm, I am pretty fucking sure we will not have power or internet for a minimum of 3 to 5 days. So with that in mind, after having produced the opportunity to have captured a 900% full credit SPX spread there on Friday, piece of shit, scum of the fucking earth motherfuckers like Owen Rogerwitz. You, Shane, you are exactly the reason why I hope the internet never comes back on and I can go and live in the 1980s just like I want to.